guys.
Good morning.
So it is the 21st of September, Adventure Day. We're up early, look how dark it is. We're up in Portsmouth, park up on the road, nice little road, nice and quiet. And it's 20 past 4, ready to get to Santander Ferry.
Yeah. Yep. So the ferry leaves at 9 o'clock. Latest check-in's 7:30 because of the extra paperwork and stuff we've got to go through. So like I said, it's 4:30, so we're about 10 minutes from the pool, so we're going to go around there. Have a bit of breakfast first, just calm the nerves.
Excitement. Nerves, excitement, nerves, excitement, excitement, nerves, 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 excitement, nerves.
And yeah, we're going to see what's what. We'll take you along. And we'll get as much as we're allowed to get.
Yeah. So Kevin's having toast. I'm having some Greek yogurt. Got some eggs on the boil for lunch. I can take a lunch on and what have you. Tired, I didn't sleep much. But then, you know, I wasn't so excited. Anyway, thought I'd just say good morning, show you how dark it is and how mad we are. And how anxious I couldn't sleep any longer. I literally woke up about 2 minutes before the alarm and I had it set at 4. So there you go. So we'll see you later. Hopefully. Ooh, we're so excited. We've arrived. All the other motorhomes are parked all around the edges, but of course they could be going to Cane. But I'm not too sure what time that one's departing. But we're here. It was only about a 10-minute drive. Yeah, we're here. So excited. 470.
QR codes on those.
Yeah, what's the QR code?
What's that for?
These ones.
Enough to scan.
Oh, what, the green things?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
So many QR codes, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day. Can you put that on? Guess what cabin number? Guess what number cabin number we are?
417.
4, 6, 7, 783. Portsmouth, Santander, restaurant, group 1.
Babies and children must be secured in their own seats.
Motorcyclists must wear helmets, so you better get secured.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Whew. Why don't they need the hazard lights on?
I don't know. I don't know if they have it like that.
Because a couple of them went on with their hazard lights on. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You feel a bit better now? You feel a bit better now?
Yeah,
Oh, it's come round to your son.
Oh, mate.
Just
Oh, yeah.
routine security check, a quick search, a few questions, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, no worries.
No problem.
So I need to look in the 2 front doors. So if you both like to hop out or to the side, just so I can look into the chairs, and then I'll look at the back.
Yeah, cool.
You said bend over?
Pardon?
No, sorry, I'm just joking. I thought it was my husband.
How are you doing this morning? What, to get out of the country?
Oh, yeah. It's like 9 months to get this sorted.
We was here 9 months ago and then they shut the windows.
Fair enough. I'm going to go through here because it'll be quicker.
Yeah, yeah. Do what you need to do.
So the questions are simple.
Yep.
You should know them all. We've got any
That's our first time.
So you got any pocket knives, guns, flares, explosives inside the car? Perfect. If you're given a parcel to take across you don't know the contents of, and if you left the vehicle unattended and someone's been inside. That's all the questions. When this caravan moves, straight forward to the marshal in orange and take it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I didn't get to put that on.
Make sure we go on the right bottom. I'm going to nick one of his stickers.
Yeah, I've just figured that actually.
Okay.
What was he saying about explosives?
Have we got any pocket knives, explosives, or something else? Something like that. And we're off, peeps. Follow my leader. Follow my leader. Ferry. Oh gosh, it's a very narrow thing to get on, isn't it? Into the mouth of the monster. We're on! Yay! Hey guys, so I'm going to give you a bit of a mini tour of the Galicia, which is the ferry that we've taken from Portsmouth to Santander. We're arriving in about an hour, and I have to say it's very clean. The staff are extremely friendly. They're very strict on their masks because they're under French law, which is understandable, but we do feel we're on a bit of a saga cruise. Anyway, I'm going to have a bit of a mooch around and show you what it's like. It's very pleasant actually. So here we go. Au revoir, monsieur. Au revoir. La, 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 la. So this is the pet cabin. So this is where you would have your dog. They don't look like any bigger than the ones we are in. So I do feel a little bit apprehensive for doggies. That's all the cleaners stuff. It's a bit of a maze.
Nous vous informons également qu'un contrôle de température sera effectué dans les garages par les membres de l'équipage. Merci Merci de noter que ce contrôle de température est obligatoire et nécessite pas une prise en charge particulière au-delà de 37,5 degrés. Nous demandons de préparer tous les documents relatifs
Lots of different decks. Reception.
à vos documents d'identité en cas de contrôle des autorités lors de votre débarquement. The national attention day will be arriving in Santander in that 1 hour. We inform you that property check will be done in a garage before disembarkation by the crew. Please note that visual control and temperature checking of passengers done by the crew before disembarking is compulsory and will require special measures if beyond 37.5 degrees.
Toilets.
We ask you to please have all COVID-related certificates available on
Restaurant.
presentation at all
Down there?
stores, along with your
And that's where you would pay if you buy any wine or whatever.
Thank you for your cooperation and attention. Gracias, señores. Atención, por favor. Les recordamos que nuestra llegada está prevista.
Got a lift. Lots of different colour stairs. Green, purple, blue, red. Let's have a nice restaurant. Exhibition. More cabins. So, the higher you go, the less you feel the vibration. We're on level 7. That's the first lot of cabins. So we're gonna feel the vibration. It's not been too bad actually. But Kevin did get a little bit queasy yesterday. And I think this is quite Art Deco-ish through here. So we've got 2 more ships that are going to be available in the next couple of months. We're going to go out on deck. These doors are really heavy.
Main Street, yeah, you come up to one roundabout.
And outside you can take your mask off. Because it's a French run ship. As I said to you before, you have to wear a mask because it's the loooonnnnggg. Now, we've been travelling for 23 hours, no, 27 hours. That's the first plane we've seen since leaving the UK, which is a bit bonkers. So, most of you that know, that have already subscribed to the channel, that this is something we were supposed to have been doing 9 months ago. And this now, we were supposed to be starting our Pan-Pacific highway tour, but America only just opened up the borders, and insurance to do that trip was £7,000. There you go, it's the manual. Just saw somebody talking about roaming. So as from the 6th of January 2022, the roaming charges will kick in. Now, because we was out to sea the roaming charges for it was extortionate. Basically, you got free for half an hour and you had to keep logging in. I'll tell you what, it's warm. Some mountains going on. Do you know what? I'm so excited to see land, I really am. Definitely won't be doing a cruise. Definitely not. So, let's see where else we are gonna be. Right. See these steps? I would have scratched myself on these steps already. So even though there's quite a lot of smoke coming out of there, it's actually quite clean. Because I was a bit worried about the old carbon emissions and all that sort of thing. I have to be careful coming downstairs. It puts me back slightly out, and plus we're in unstable ground. So lesson learned to walk around in longer trousers, isn't it? And as you see, the boat was built in 2020 in China. So while we were all terrified of the pandemic, there was the Chinese building this beautiful boat. Oh, I can get down these ones okay. And this is the car deck. And as you can see, it's not full. But yesterday, you could hear all the alarms for all the people that forgot to turn off their alarms. So if you come on board, you have to lock your key, lock your car with the key, not the fob. So yeah, that's about it. There's another boat over there. But land ahoy! Yay! One excited bunny. Now, what else did I need to have shown you? Really, there's not a lot else to see. So there's the children's entertainment area, which I think I've seen 3 children on the boat. That's the trail we leave. So we're in the Bay of Biscay. And that's about it. And we're now just going to go back to the cabin. All very similar. Just let Kevin have in a shower. So remember, you cannot bring any dairy or meat into Europe, and if you take more than a certain amount of vegetables and fruit, you cannot bring them in, neither without a license. There we are. So the heating's on because there's no window. That's it. So if I turn this off, you can see how dark it is. That's how dark it is. Bearing in mind it's midday. Let's just see if I can put the light back on. See if I can find it. Oops, oops. Where is it? Oh, gold. I can't bloody find it. Sorry about that, guys. Might edit that bit out. But yeah. So, compact and bijou is what they call it, isn't it? And as I've probably said before, these beds come down, gives you quite a bit of height, what have you. We did bring it down just to nick a pillow for Kevin. And that's our fake window. To be honest with you, you can pay, it's a considerable amount more, probably about another £100 per cabin to have a window, but your view is going to be that for 23 hours. No, it's 28 hours for 27 hours. And even the last hour, you ain't going to have much more because you saw the land was forward. Or you can pay quite a bit more for a bigger cabin. Most people are upstairs, but if you have a pet or what have you, I'd go for a bigger cabin. But then I think because of allergies and that, you can only stay in those bits. And last night the sea got a little bit choppy, not too much. Considering how little it looked, there was quite an effect. We was holding on, walking along, and the poor dog's yapping. So my recommendation is, because knowing how I feel about my dog, I mean, yesterday there was one dog and the people twice were called to come back to the cabin. Like, why ain't you in the cabin with the dog? I know you've got to eat, but it was past eating time anyway. That's like, I'm not judging. Sounds like it, I'm sorry. But I couldn't leave. I wouldn't have been able to leave Kia. I wouldn't have been able to. So yeah, I would definitely recommend if you're bringing a pet, don't take the channel tunnel. You know, less than an hour you're out of that, and the dogs are going to be with you the whole time, because at the moment you've got to stay in the vehicle. So you know, that's just my opinion. As you saw, it's a nice clean boat, and as you saw, it's not very busy. Yeah, so that's about it. I hope that helped you. Some of you make up your mind. Would we do it again? No, not for a very long time, if ever, to be truthful. Too long. It didn't help that yesterday I was tired, and then yesterday evening Kevin, because it was choppy, couldn't eat his dinner. So he left the table just after his starter, so I had to eat his pudding. I couldn't eat his paella because it was not. It's alright, it's on me, not you. You can come out, it's safe, I promise. Yeah, so I couldn't eat his paella because it was so, I love paprika, but it was absolutely smothered in paprika and salty, and nah. But apart from that, it's been okay. If I score it out of 10, I'll give it 6.5 for experience. I'd give it 9 out of 10 for cleanliness and hospitality wise. The staff are just so friendly, so friendly. And why wouldn't I give it a 10? I don't know, but 9, maybe 9.5. But overall experience, yeah, I'll give it 6, because it's just too long. It's too long, innit, Kev?
Yeah, it's too much for us.
Yeah, it's too much for us.
It's just us. I mean, you know.
Yeah, you might love it.
Yeah.
If you love sleeping and can sleep like Kevin, Kevin can sleep like a hat, drop of a hat. Me, I was too excited beforehand, so I hadn't slept maybe about an hour beforehand, so I was overtired yesterday, so I was a bit miserable. Not miserable, but I was tired, and it was hard to enjoy the experience. But apart from sitting out on the deck or drinking, which a lot of people seem to be doing, yeah, there's not a lot else to do. It's not like a cruise where you've got entertainment laid on and that. But even then, I don't think I could. And we don't suffer from seasick, do we?
No, not really.
No. So I'm waffling now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. As I say, it's a really great ship, beautiful boat. They're building 2 more, and I think 1 more's coming out this year. So, you know, we're not going to be trialing that one. We'll leave that for someone else to do. And yeah, I hope this helps your decision. Oh, and how much was this?
£666.
£666.
So I mean, it really does depend on when you book it.
Best now.
Yeah. it does depend on when you book it and how many people are travelling, obviously how busy they are. I'm guessing it's a bit like the plane fares and the train fares and everything else. So yeah, this was £666. We booked it, what, two weeks in advance, two and a bit weeks in advance. So, but there were prices on there upwards of £1,000. Obviously it's cheap if you just get the seats, and it's more expensive if you get the posh cabins. And if you want a proper window.
I did say that all to him. I didn't touch on the seats. So basically you can book a seat, so it's in a quiet area, so like Joe Public can't go in and out of it. You're behind, you know, like what I showed you, the dog kennel area, that kind of glass, a bit more opaque I think actually, and you get like a reclining seat that's all yours.
A bit like an aircraft seat.
Yeah, a bit like an aircraft seat, but probably more comfortable. It did look more comfortable.
More comfortable and a bit more legroom probably.
Yeah, for sure. Which I think if you was on your own and that, but I'm too fidgety. I thought to myself, yeah, I could do it, but I'm too fidgety, and I like to burp, fart, and you know, my restless exiting. Oh, there'd be a riot in the cabin. But Kevin, he snores. I don't. Okay, yeah, I do snore. I snore just as loud as Kevin. So I'd be too worried about disturbing people, and especially if there's lorry drivers. Mind you, I think the lorry drivers have their own area, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have their own area. So yeah, I'd be worried about disturbing someone. But yeah, if push comes to shove and you had to do it in emergency and you was on a bit more of a budget, then yeah. I mean, how much was this when we booked it? It was only about £20 less, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So when we booked this originally in December
Almost.
2020.
Yeah, almost exactly 9 months ago.
Yeah, 9 months ago, it was £20 cheaper. So yeah, that just and we booked it in just as France shut its borders to everybody, and then, as you know, we got to the border and Spain said you couldn't come unless you was resident. So yeah, so there's a lot of people here that have been putting this off, and this, you know, I was listening to one person, and he was saying for 2 years he's been trying to do this trip to get back to his house because he wants to sell it because of obviously, you know what, the big B. And yeah, and a lot of people have got property over there, so it's the first time they're getting over, and there is an air of excitement amongst everyone in there, really. But it's just a big thing of, let's hope things can get a little bit back to normal. Yeah, so that's it. Waffled, but hopefully it explained a bit more about stuff and what have you. So yeah, check out for insurance deals. I mean, ours is expensive because ours is for 9 months and we've booked as many countries as what we could. We might not even visit half of them, but when you book your insurance you have to name every single country, which was a real pain in the backside. And because like the roaming charges that are going to come in January, we don't know that it's going to be easy just to phone up and say actually we want to go to blah 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 blah, and how much more will be added on and what have you. So yeah, so we will be looking to do the Trans Highway. What's it called? Trans-Pacific.
Trans-Pacific. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
The one that goes from the top of America all the way down to the bottom of South America.
So we will be doing that at some stage, but we're not paying stupid money for.
And we got to get out of the crisis at the moment. The pandemic crisis, because you know we would hate to get halfway down and get stuck because a country changes their mind or gets you know, panicky or whatever. So it's going to be a couple of years, I would say.
Yeah, and let's leave it for a couple of years. There's a lot more world to explore in the meantime, and we're just waiting for a few more borders to open up. We're waiting for Morocco for the ferry to go because we're aware of the 90-day in 180. So this is day 1, which actually we have to say 89, really. Yeah, yeah. It's best to count back rather than forward. Apparently, that's supposed to help. So yeah, so we've got 89 days left. We haven't freaking landed yet. So we'll see you again soon. Thank you for being patient with us, and I hope this has helped you. But yeah, from 2 very tired people and hot. It just get cold in these cabins. We will see you again soon.
See you later.
Alligator.
Hi guys.
Hiya.
Right, we're just waiting to disembark. Looks like we've got the ramp now. It's just a case of waiting here, see where it tells us we can go. And then we've got passport control and all the documentation for getting through that, which we've all got to hand. There's a paper there, we've got bits on our phone. So that shouldn't be a problem. We haven't got any pets, so hopefully that's alright. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
It's been pretty straightforward. I got a bit emotional when I saw the motorhome. Woohoo! His nickname is Kia after that dog, and I just got all emotional. So I just thought, oh, looks like we're rolling. So we will turn this around. See how it goes. Right, to remind Kevin to take off the crook lock. Spanish soil.
Well, there's going to be a sign that says welcome to Spain.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hope this road's not too bad. Just playing follow the lead at the moment.
It has been pretty straightforward, I have to say. it's all nerve-wracking when you don't know what you're doing. Right here, I might get pulled over. Right. Follow him. So it looks like we're going to get a bit of a check going on, which is okay. That was the Galicia. Bye bye Galicia. It was very enjoyable, if not a bit long. Los passportes, Carlos. But we're not in here, are we?
No, we're not, so we should go that side, but they're both English, so I think they just get right
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, we get a stamp! Yay!
Thank you.
That was simple. And we got a stamp. Yay, we got a stamp.
We've got a stamp.
We
John
got a
didn't get a stamp.
No, we didn't get a stamp.
So now we're here.
Was that it?
Yeah, it's like we're all waiting for people and stuff to come out. So.
Was that it?
Looks like it.
22nd, 09. Oh, there it is. So we've got to start counting down the days now, guys. So this is day 89.
Oh, 89 days left.
Yeah, 89 days left. Wow. That was, yeah, we've got everything out ready and all sorts, and that was it. I suppose because, like, when you're leaving the UK, they're pretty thorough.
Oh, hang on, hang on. Still got border control.
Oh, we've got border control.
Seems like.
Yeah, okay. There's me. Getting a bit.
Passengers, pets, fish to declare.
Let's get me a bit of document up again, just in case. Yeah, it's up. So it's a beautiful sunny day. Very excited. I'm just going to hold on to these documents until we've cleared the port. The vehicle in front has got the red and white, so if you've got anything external hanging on your vehicle, you must display that, otherwise you get pulled over. And you can see it's got the GB, so from the 28th that's going to be UK. Following everybody. Oh, is it chap on his bike? Guys, I'm really getting the vibe that that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it as well. I think we've done it all.
I think we've done it all. Yay! So, for whatever reasons, you might get pulled over. I think they just do spot checks. Actually, it makes a change for us not to be spot checked, doesn't it? Because Kevin's got such a dodgy face.
Where should we go?
Let's just follow the traffic for the time being. Just go towards the exit. Yeah. Where are we going, you're asking? Well, we're going to hit the supermarket first of all, because like you're not allowed to bring certain stuff in, but we wasn't checked, we wasn't asked. I was very nervous about it, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh, we got some salami, which we had from lunch. We had a little bit left over. We got Greek yogurt. That wasn't asked nothing. But please comply, just because we was able to come through. That's It's only from a lunch thing. All directions straight up.